The famous 6-hour production motorcycle race was inaugurated at the now-defunct Amaroo Park circuit in Sydney on October the 18th, 1970. It's an event that stood the test of time. Over the years, many of the world's leading riders have taken part, including the likes of the legendary Wayne Gardner. In 2010, the 6-hour endurance classic has moved to a new home at the magnificent Grand Prix circuit, located at Phillip Island in Victoria, arguably the world's premier circuit. Today on Speed, you'll have the best seat in the house as we unleash the fury and precision of the Bel Ray 6-hour production classic. There's superbikes, super sport and super stock, banging handlebars for national endurance supremacy. It's a celebration of motorcycling, but above all, a test of man and machine. This is the Bel Ray 6-hour classic, presented by QBE Insurance. The pole shootout always produces massive pressure for the riders and their teams. And at a venue with the speed of Phillip Island, bravery is a definite prerequisite. First bike onto the track was the Triumph 675 Superstock 600, being ridden by Christian Casella, the team recording the flying lap of 139.218. Next was the Yamaha YZF R1 Superstock 1000, ridden by Daniel Moulton, the number 43 machine, 9th fastest in qualifying with a scorching lap of 140.538. Third bike onto the circuit was the Honda CBR 1000 with Chris McLaren in charge of the handlebars, managing 6th fastest in Super Pole. Next up, Bike 77, the Suzuki GSXR ridden by Trent Gibson, would test his nerve after setting the 8th fastest time. Machine 18 left pit lane next, with Ben Henry on board the Suzuki, this team recording 5th fastest time. The Suzuki of Scott Charlton was next, the 38 machine 4th quickest. The talented Josh Walkers, riding yet another Suzuki, blasted onto the circuit and lapped brilliantly, posting 3rd quick time. The Honda CBR 1000 of New South Welshman Jamie Stauffer was next to take to the Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit, recording a blistering 133.466, hence securing 2nd quick time. The man to win Super Pole was Wayne Maxwell, riding a Honda, after recording a flying lap of 133.336. It was a super ride on a super bike.
Wayne Maxwell, congratulations on pole. Top lap, and you'll be starting the number 1 bike out of number 1 position.
Yeah, look, it's a great feeling to be able to start the Demolition Plus Gas Honda bike out of pole position. So, you know, hats off to the Demolition Plus guys. They've done an awesome job with the bike and getting Josh comfortable. So, you know, it's going to be a tough race tomorrow, but I think we're going to be competitive.
Hi, I'm Jacinta, and you're watching the Bel Ray 6-hour, brought to you by QBE on Speed.
The Le Mans start, watch this. We have a number of onboard cameras. You're not going to miss a thing. This is the onboard of Troy Herfus, and you ride with him as he gets to the bike and away. It's in fact his teammate, Josh Waters. I can see left-hand side of screen, bike 21 is the early leader mark.
Yeah, the power of the GSXR, good start. It's all on how quick he can get across that track, get on the bike, get the thing started. But Scotty Charlton there in 2nd spot. I think it's Scotty Charlton starting the race. It's a bit hard, we've got our list up. But Scotty Charlton, one of the real campaigners of Australian Superbike racing. Josh Waters, the 2009 Australian Superbike champion. Troy Herfos, the 2010 Australian Supersport champion. So Suzuki's got a good little CV there with the riders. As we're on board there, coming up into Honda corner, turn 4 for the first time. Troy Herfos in about 5th or 6th spot there at the moment. But Josh Waters got the lead early on in this race. Now look at Josh now, he's really trying to start to get the hammer down and make the guys give chase. He knows how fast the Hondas are going. He's going out there to really try and crack it.
Yeah, throwing down the gauntlet from the outset. Waters through the right-hander. Lovely speed shot. That onboard for Suzuki way of life that we saw on the Herfos machine. We'll go back to it regularly today. It's a wonderful shot and certainly shows it the circuit to you from a rider's perspective. Waters leader. So I'm a little surprised how quickly he's been able to break away from them.
Yeah, he certainly did. He put the hammer down then, but I just noticing Josh Brooks on the Demolition Plus Gas Honda coming over the top of Lukey Heights, got in front of Scotty Charlton. He's now in 2nd spot. Josh Brooks, 2nd in the British Superbike Championship this year, 2nd in the World Supersport Championship in 2006. So he's been around, knows his way around a motorbike, come out here for a special guest appearance with Wayne Maxwell. So they're the team to beat. They're the ones that have been qualifying. And as we see, Josh Waters, another Australian Superbike champion, trying to make them give chase. And they say it's an endurance race, David, but you think this would be a 10-lap sprint race the way they've started this?
Yeah, well, in real terms, it's a 6-hour sprint race, isn't it? Our leader, Waters, hails from Mildura in Victoria. Popular young rider and would certainly appear to have the world at his feet. A young man already doing good things, and have a look at this. He is under siege from bike number 1. Josh Brooks is closing the gap rather dramatically. Machine 38 is still back in third. Scott Charlton. And the top 4 start to pull away from the remainder of the field during the early stages of the Bel Ray 6 Hour.
Yeah, very much so. It is early stages, and these 4 might be fighting it out for the rest of the day. They're trying to put their mark on the race so early. But look at this. There's Josh Brooks up the inside through the Haitian. Now round the outside going into Lukey Heights. That's commitment plus so early in the race. And Josh Brooks now, he'll try and put the hammer down himself and get that demolition. Oh, look at that, backing it into MG corner. If he's not on the pipe, I don't know what is. He is really going for it at the moment.
It's good to see you don't enjoy the sport anyway. You're watching highlights of the Bel Ray 6 Hour, supported proudly by QBE Insurance. We're back on the West Australian bike, the Suzuki, the Henry Boland machine. Good onboard camera vision as he negotiates the Phillip Island circuit. Onboard bike number 18.
Yeah, Ben Henry's come along in leaps and bounds in the last few years. Started off, I think, about 2004 on the super stock bikes, and slowly made his way up and tipping a lot of his own money into it, and travelling up the inside. Now that's letting you know that you're coming up to take the position into turn 4, the old Honda corner. But